roll call? Yeah.
Alderman Bryzak's excused.
Okay.
So Chair, move approval minutes of the meetings of this committee of April 23, 2013, recess meetings of May 7, 2013, and May 21, 2013.
Second. Any changes? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Then we'll call up Christine
Knippel,
Shepherds. Hey, you know why you're here? Pretty much had a melee out there over a coat, I guess.
They were all at the same birthday party. They were all together. The birthday boys don't know the biggest problem.
There was a thing that you're the owner, and you call the police.
Yes.
Okay. Now, normally we don't. Normally, if you call the police, we don't have it in front of us. But there was something the bartender didn't call the police. Now, it wasn't clear in the report.
It was all out in the street. It was after closing. We went outside to push people.
Well, you should call the police. There's fights outside there.
Well,
You
yeah,
should call the police.
we were outside. That's
Right.
why we called, not the bartender. The bartender wasn't out there. The bartender was in the bar.
Was she still inside? So, okay, because I just saw it and I thought, she knows that she's supposed to call.
Yeah, she had no idea until we came back inside.
Okay.
Until the cops showed up.
Anybody else have anything here?
Mr. Chairman, just want to reiterate what the chair indicated is that we are very receptive to bartenders and they're calling the police department, calling 911. It's not held against the licensee, not held against the bartender. It's just the fact you're following that procedure. Our policy is like to make sure that you work with the Common Council, work with the police department, because altercations happen. That's part of that goes along with the type of business you're in. That's all. I move to place that file, Mr. Chairman.
Second. Under any further discussion, I was going to say one of the other things on there is that the people are highly intoxicated, so we got to kind of watch that stuff too. So that's obviously that's what causes the problem. So, okay. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you.
Mary Pacula.
Okay, Mary, you know why you're here?
Yes, I did.
Incident happened. Didn't say anywhere on here who called.
The guy that got punched called because he wanted it on record so he could get money or get her to pay for the tooth partial that he lost. She might have brass knuckles on, from I read from the police report.
Yeah, it said something about brass knuckles. But why didn't somebody from the bar call?
She was going to, but he did right away. It was still like, I got the phone call at home from a customer right away, and then maybe 10 minutes later she called back. I said, what's going on? The police are here now. So I wasn't there to exactly tell you. Maybe I should have brought my bartender with me.
Well, it just...
I'm sorry.
Mr. Chair.
Better if you did. Alderman Wagner.
Yeah, if you could just, regardless, have your staff call. Tell your bartenders, don't rely on customers saying they're calling the police.
Okay.
Okay. Whatever happens, you call. Because as Alderman Chaplesky said, you probably wouldn't be here if it was in the record that your bartender called, and we wouldn't be wasting time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The reality is we want your staff to be proactive. We want you involved. We want you part of the solution.
Okay. Well, as you know, there's very, very few fights at Tap City. Maybe so much as gets loud in the bar, they're out. And I kicked many, many people out who just started to fight for life. That's it. And my bartender was new, and I explained to her, this is the first time I'm going to Common Council. I'm not happy about it. So she understands that those kind of people are not allowed in our bar.
Okay, do I have a motion?
So moved to place on file.
Okay, second from Roth.
Sure. Second.
Any further discussion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We opposed? Thank you.
Ricky Sargent.
You know why you're here?
Smoking violation?
Pardon me?
Smoking violation?
I think you're here because since the last license was granted, you were cited for OWI. I think that's what's, I think there might have been a reason.
Okay, yeah.
I see nothing here
Looking
about
for
smoke
here. In
violation.
Franklin?
Yeah.
I see nothing here about anything about any smoke violation. Looks to me
Probably
like
coming up.
just the fact that you had a DWI or WI in Franklin. What's the status of that now?
It's just pending.
Oh, okay, it's pending. Okay.
Yeah, if you get an OWI between it, you're called in when it comes time for your license application.
Well, I talked to my lawyer. He says it's not a conviction, so I don't know what to do. So I said don't write it until we're done.
Mr. Chairman?
Okay. Alderman Singstock.
I don't recall having seen Mr. Sargent here. In the instances, I don't know whether that's in the first district.
No,
so
it's not a big problem.
So the reason why you're here is just because of between last year and now the DWI. So I moved the place on file. And actually,
He also has a pending case in front of municipal court for food violation of his food permit. This will be the second violation that he's had for the food permit.
It's tomorrow morning.
Yes, and he's also had, I know he's had about I think there's at least 4 smoking citations that have been issued there in the past
No, there
2
isn't.
years.
No, there isn't.
what is it?
Just so the
I
community knows.
There's only one citation for smoking that was issued.
What are we doing on that now on the smoking? Is there you have a special area outside where people smoke?
Yeah, I got a backyard now. And I got some no smoking signs being put up. So I just, I was gone. I was out of town, and I told him, I says, if you get caught again, I said, that's it, you're done. It wasn't the bartender that actually got caught. It was 2 people smoking. He was stocking. I guess she walked in the door, and them guys just got up right away and walked right out the door. Just took off. And nobody got cited but the bartender.
And the food violations?
Well, that was all taken care of, and I even called her on the phone and asked her why we have to go in front of it, and she said that she had to come there twice. And I said, well, in a normal inspection, when they give you the problem, they give you that amount of time to take care of it. Well, I did take care of it, and then she came in, and she said everything was fine. Well, I actually called her on the phone.
When was that? When did you call that?
And who you calling?
Who's she?
Inspector Temke, this is the second time he's been had a violation of the food permit, though.
Okay. So that's nice. Okay. I don't know, what's the violation? Just
He's basically providing food outside of his permit. He only has a license for basically frozen pizzas and things like that. There's also other food in his refrigerator.
That wasn't what it was for. I had to. She's
she's the person that prosecutes you, so
Right.
she knows what to
Right.
before.
But I mean, it was all taken care of. So, like I said, she came in the second time and she said, good for you. It looks good.
Okay, well, just
Sure.
okay. Alderman Rowe.
Is there a court hearing on that tomorrow? Is that what you said?
Is a pretrial, yes.
Why don't we place on hold until the results of the...
Well, this is the license
Right.
that's up in front of us.
We could always call it back before the next council meeting.
Okay.
And we can call for reconsideration.
Yeah,
next council meeting.
Personally, Mr. Chair, even if there were conviction, I don't see any liquor violations over there, and I've not seen you in here often. I respect what our city attorney is indicating that it brings, because there's nothing on our records here indicating that there's a violation, but evidently there was something. But I'm going to move that this application, that the license be approved, and if between now and next Tuesday, if Jen, if you can bring something to the committee, we'll take a look at the disposition status of all this is. We can certainly move to reconsider, but I see nothing that of liquor-related offenses that would that I would use as a basis to deny a renewal. So I move for.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. Further discussion? Just don't sell food anymore. Sell what you can. So
Pizza, stick to pizzas.
So that's because what's going to happen is that you're going to be checked on more often now since you've been caught with it.
But I never did sell it anyway.
Well, it's not about selling. Were you giving it away, free ham and rolls or whatever it was? But it's not about just selling. It's about providing.
Right.
And I want you to understand, as well as any other licensee or liquor, somebody's applying for a license, is that we want to be business friendly in West Allis, and we truly want to be. We have a lot of older businesses, some older bars. It'll take a lot of money to update some of these bars and a lot of these bars don't have a lot of cash flow. But you have to understand that from the council's position and from our city attorney's position, we do have municipal codes to follow, and we are flexible, but we just want to make sure that you got to work with us and we'll work with you.
Yeah, I asked her about the permits too. She said you can get permits if you're having a special party or something like that. So.
Okay, just do that. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Okay, thank you.
Sadiv Varma and Rahiv Sadiv. Hello.
Okay, this is for liquor store, 1568 and 81st. Is it still Adrian's?
I believe this is Mr. Verma or
No.
Mr. Sadell.
Yeah, who are you guys?
I'm Sandeep's wife, Sonia.
Where are the husbands?
He's not here. Yeah, he had a brain stroke last 3 months ago, and he don't remember anything. He was in the hospital for 3 months.
He just came out like last week.
Yeah,
And you're his wife?
I'm his wife.
And you are?
And I'm the Raj.
You're the spouse of the other?
Yeah,
No, daughter.
Oh,
My,
wait,
my
oh.
husband, he was trying to transfer the license on someone else's name, and she's his daughter.
Because he's in hospital too.
So it's both of
What's he in hospital? He's in hospital too?
Yeah, he had got a kidney stone, so he has surgery coming up on Friday.
Is this business, Mr. Chair? Is this business open right now?
Yes.
Who's operating it?
Her dad.
My dad.
Because
And I'm helping him out.
Okay, and whose name is on the license? Your husband's.
my husband's name. We were trying to transfer, but these things are happening, so we didn't get time to transfer.
Well, that happened 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have power of attorney for him now? I don't know, is
Yes,
he?
yes, I do.
Yeah, so that doesn't mean it can't happen.
I just got the power of attorney last month.
You mean like in
I was-
April? When you say last month, you mean in April?
Yes.
Okay.
This has been pending for some time. I'd asked him to be
Yeah.
set for a hearing date in June 25th because he still owes money, Mr. Verma, because of municipal court judgments. It's been over a year.
Yeah.
He owes that money. And I know Ted has also told me that for Mr. Sadev, the person who wants to get the license, they haven't done any of the outside things. They have not asked for an extension of time. He doesn't, basically nothing's been done with any of the building inspection things.
Okay, so we're going to hold these.
Okay.
And
Mr. Chairman, I just want to, you must leave this meeting this evening with understanding that money is owed for past violations. You have to update consistent with orders that were given, and this is serious business.
Yeah, I know.
And if you don't have, if your husbands are ill, we understand it, but you still have to someone has to appear in courts, because as our city attorney indicated, pre-trial is coming up, a hearing is coming up, and I'll tell you what Judge Murphy is going to do on this, but you have to understand is if you have to update the exterior, interior building consistent with our laws, you got to follow our laws, or else we're going to have to take away the license.
I went to the city hall to do all the paperwork and everything, and the inspector came to the store. He said, I need some, fix the electricity, something. Then I called the electrician. He gave me
He's coming
tomorrow to fix everything. That's why it's getting...
Because for all businesses who are subject to our code violations, I take a personal offense to businesses taking in the money, the cash in, but then they don't pay for obligations, and that's not fair. I don't care who the business owner is, what type of business it is, they take the money in, but they don't pay their obligations.
Actually, I did not knew anything about the business. It's little hard for me because he don't remember anything at all. That's why it's little hard for me.
We're going to have to get an attorney that'll work with you and try to resolve it with the other with the other husband here, whoever's involved.
You gotta get something resolved, or we're gonna take away the license.
We can't stick around much longer.
We have a
with this.
summons and a complaint that was already issued, I believe, in this matter for Mr.
Right.
Verma. Can we set it then for the 25th for him to appear then? But either pay it by then or take action on the license would be my recommendation.
And who is this?
Mr. Verma. But he needs to be there, or an attorney needs to represent him. You can't represent them.
Okay,
Okay,
as
June
we are-
25th.
June
As we're
25th.
transferring the license on my dad's name, is there any procedure I have to do with my dad? He's gonna be out on by next week, Monday, from the hospital, so I can start the procedures.
Well, you'll need a copy of a signed lease, or
Okay.
are you leasing the space or buying the building?
Leasing.
Okay, so you need a copy of the signed lease,
Okay.
and the license fees have to be paid?
Right, I mean, they also have to be in compliance with the
You gotta
building.
be-
Yeah, and the building's gotta be up to code.
And
Just
the-
all the electrical stuff has to be fixed, yeah.
And the
yeah,
judgment has to be paid, so.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
You could contact Attorney Merton, and she can tell you exactly what needs to be done.
City Attorney's Office.
Yeah,
Okay, so I just call in CD attorney office and talk to you?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
And that's June 25th is the...
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Have it all done by then.
Thanks.
Hi, Brad Mailer.
All right, see. Okay, we have a few things here. Now this, you're applying for the cigarette license.
Mr. Chairman, we have
Right.
6 and 7 this time.
And 8.
Yeah, and 8.
And so, well, 8's somebody different.
You know, I stopped there in the morning, Mr. Chairman, at this station, and we don't, who's in charge? Who owns this business now?
I just buy that business, 3 months ago.
Okay, because I know, I believe I spoke to you when I got last Friday morning, and I noted all the, either you or someone working over in the morning, I noted all you've done, you had a landscaper come in, you fixed outside, and you show me inside what you've done, but we have issues with that location, and if the chairman is going to bring to discussion right now that I believe there's money owed, and there may be non-compliance with some of our municipal codes.
Okay. Janet, you want to-
this now?
Did you purchase the building or are you leasing the building?
No, I purchased as a land contract so far, but in 6 months from now, because I'm going to be permanent owner.
Did you pay the the property taxes?
No, the banks have to do that. They're responsible for that. They're working on it. The bank, the taxings.
Do you have a
Because the
valid-
previous guy, he owned that. Pay all those taxes, not me.
But understand, just because you bought the place, does not mean you're not responsible for those taxes.
I didn't know that. What is regarding it and mention anything.
Let me
Otherwise-
ask you this, if that prior owner owed the oil companies $1 million or whatever it was, and you owe the city of West Dallas and he owed the city $50,000, you think that you can actually come in and start a business without West Dallas getting paid and without your fuel supplier getting paid?
I didn't say anything that. I didn't know anything regarding of this meeting. I just received the letter. I applied the license the way it should be as a land contract. I buy that property as a land contract.
Okay, is Mohammed Rafi, is he here?
Yeah, he's low.
He's not here.
No.
Okay. Well, he owes it in real estate taxes, I don't know if you're aware, we're over $26,000.
Right.
And then he also, I think there was more on personal property taxes.
Is this a foreclosure?
See, Mr.
Do you have a
Chairman?
copy of the land contract?
I required. I didn't bring with me. I do have, but I don't
Mohammed?
have handy.
Just indicated. Yeah, this is Mohammed. Here we go. Business is there, and you're selling your fuel and all your candy and whatever you have in the business, and you're taking the money in, and people are getting paid over there. But the city of West Dallas is not getting paid. We have to stay in business too, don't we? Our city does.
Yes.
And there's $27,000 that's owed to us. I, quite frankly, cannot accept your comments that you didn't know about the $27,000. If you did, then I might question your business experience, because when you buy something, you want to buy anything. If it's a car or it's a home or business, you want to buy it free and clear of any liens, any encumbrances.
Right.
Jenna, where are we in terms of placing a lien on it.
Perhaps what we can do is if you have him bring in a copy of the land contract so I can see exactly what
Yeah.
he agreed to, that might be the best.
City Attorney's Office, second floor, ask for Attorney Jenna Martin.
Sure.
Give her a call, make an appointment, and because there's no way we're going to approve anything here
I understand
with this
that,
going.
but like I said, the deal is not done yet. I've been there for the time being. The bank's supposed to be responsible for all the back dues. And they say that they discuss with the city, and they are liable for, whatever tax owed or any other outstanding bills, which is nothing in my knowledge. I just came here simply apply for licenses
Right.
to operate the business.
You're not going to get those licenses unless you work
Right.
something out with us.
That is
Mr. Chair.
true, I understand that, but I didn't know that before.
On the road.
You keep referring to they. Who's they?
Bank, who's the lender? NSM North Milwaukee Bank. They are, the lender and
The lender for you?
No, yeah, for the property.
No. You don't own the property.
No,
They're the lender for the person that owns the property, or they're lender for you?
no, the lender, the person who owns the property.
Okay.
That'd be pretty big.
Okay, so
And that bank approved a sale by land contract.
Right. And then we agreed from the beginning, when I became 100% owner, they are responsible for all the back taxes or whatever dues, city and legal, Some other his issues, nobody's responsible because he's responsible for his, whatever he owed to the...
Mr. Chair, do you have another gas station?
Yeah,
Okay, more than one?
yes,
Okay, so you're not new to this?
no.
Okay, so you bought a property and land contract without doing a title search to make sure it was free and clear?
No, I do title search. I know they owe some money, but they agreed to do that. In the meantime...
You're going to have to bring some proof of that to us.
Okay.
Okay, you're sitting here and saying that, isn't it?
Like I said, there's
Yeah.
nothing mentioned in the paper, so whatever, the second...
Was there a lawyer involved in this purchase, or was this just something you and your buddy worked out, or?
No, there is a lawyer involved in this.
Get a hold of that good lawyer, sir. So I recommend, and by the way, you're not going to get any licenses until something's worked out. You're not going to get anything with this committee until something's worked out.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of people in the city who'd love to be $26,000 behind on the taxes.
Yeah, and we're not going to, any license, and the city's going to come down on you and close it down for them, and we'll get the taxes.
But I want to compliment you, if you guys have gone out there lately, it looks very nice.
I said
exterior.
on a new management side.
Very nice interior and the exterior are very nice, and I compliment you for
Thank
that.
you. So, second step,
So we'll hold this
take
thing now.
time from with her and bring her the land contract.
Yeah, make an appointment, though, but bring everything to her, so. Is there anything else, Jenna, that you would need?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, thank you, Nasha.
Okay.
Thank you.
Everything.
Next we have Sajid Bashar. This guy's at 4.
Okay, this is the renewal
Cigarette.
for the cigarette license. And, I'm trying to see. I called you because,
Selling.
oh, okay.
No, selling underage.
That's right, you were, I don't know, was it you personally that sold the cigarettes to
No,
Wayne? One of your people?
yeah.
Do they understand did you explain to them all the rules and regulations on selling cigarettes?
Actually, when we hired anybody, I have too many locations, and we signed the paperwork first when he sell the cigarette to over 18 years, and he is responsible. We give him the warning, and that one is first time with that guy, and we give him the warning, and next time I tell him, fire him.
Because they've gone out doing an operation to, I believe, a dozen places, and you're the only one that sold to somebody. And so, that'll go on your record. You get a couple of those, and then we'll take away your license. So you just got to tell them to really watch out, because that goes against you, not the person that's working there.
Yeah.
So,
Mr. Chair,
all in one.
that was your brother who did the sale?
No, that one is he working for me. I have 3-4 locations, 7-8 people working on that.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
For approval, Mr. Chairman.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Just gotta watch them.
Thank you.
Thomas Daniels.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
And you are?
Attorney Andrew Arena. I'm appearing with the applicant and the owner of the establishment where he proposes to work.
Okay.
That's Rachel Wessenberg. She's
okay.
present.
And where was that?
That is 8812 West Greenfield Avenue. It's now called Allis Palace.
Oh, okay, new place. Okay, and, let's see, this is a new application?
Correct.
So, I don't have the application.
We didn't get a copy of the application back from the police department yet, but we did have the record check.
Mr. Chairman?
All instincts that.
And do you recall on the application whether the applicant disclosed the history of involvement with prior convictions?
No, I don't recall.
And Mr. Daniels, you do have a history. You do have a history of involvement with drugs, and you had a couple of. Granted, some of these OWIs are numbers of years ago, but it's just not OWIs. You also have a number of violations, convictions involving drugs, and I'll be honest with you, I cannot support this application. I really can't.
Like, you know, our police department always says that, you know, a lot of these drugs go through the bars. And when I see somebody come in with an application with, truthfully, if they come in with one violation a couple of years ago, but then you have all these in the past, so I look at this on a reading and it says you have a past in drugs, you know, there's no way I could support this either. Alderman Road.
I was just going to say, you were doing good, and then there was a 9-year gap, and then 2011. Can you explain that?
Well, could I tell you a little bit about my past before I...
No, just answer the question. And
I would just say that I obviously made another mistake. I engaged Rachel here. We're trying to run a family establishment at the Allis Palace. I did work 6 years at Scotty's Pub on High 100 Beloit. I started out as security there. I became the head of security over there. I eventually became the bar manager. I did hold a Greenfield license for 2 years. Scotty Belangi is one of the head guys around here that has run tons of businesses. I obviously made him aware of my last conviction that we're talking about. He told me, it was real effing stupid. That I was
I guess my question is then, did you get stupid again? You went from 2002 to 2011. That's what I asked you.
Well, I thought you were just talking about the 2011. You said my last conviction.
I said explain the gap.
I was buckling down and doing good, and obviously I had a little relapse there where I did get into trouble. I did what they asked of me through the court system after 2011. I did everything I was supposed to. I did hold down my job. I just actually got done at Scotty's 2 weeks ago because I had been working over at the Palace, putting all that together, helping Rachel. I did have, I definitely, was still in good over at Scotty's. We definitely ran it tight there. We've been running it tight at the palace. I mean, this is one of the things I brought in. These are some of the IDs that we got from there that we confiscated from just this year. This is my license at a head in Greenfield.
Yeah, but, you know, we're concerned about you and your past record. That's what we're discussing here. And you're saying that, well, you know, it's something in the past. You can see it doesn't look like it's in the past. It looks like it's something that's currently on. So
yeah, we definitely never let anything go on at Scotty's. We definitely ran it right there.
Mr. Chairman,
can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion to deny, and I will make another comment.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Further discussion, go ahead.
Sir, I don't represent the 3rd District, and the alderman from the 3rd District, or one of the 2 aldermen, they're not here this evening, and I seriously question whether they would support this application. We'll find out next week. But you have to understand, we have an obligation to this community, and I know that you say you've done well at Scotty's, and you've done well, and you have licenses in other communities, but this is West Allis, and that doesn't mean we're going to be any more lenient. In many instances, we're much more strict than other communities. We have a lot of social problems in this community, and you know, we do as best as we can to make sure that our residents are, you know, they feel safe in their community, in the residential areas adjacent to these bars. And I personally, you know, if you had come here, I'll be honest with you, if you had come in with your 2 OWI violations going back 1995, 1998, I have no problem supporting your application. But I take a look at the totality of your record, and it glares. I mean, it's glaring of drug problems. Quite frankly, you should probably be looking for a job at a place other than a bar. Home Depot, Lowe's, something where we're not involved with alcohol, we're not involved with possible outbreaks of violence or possession of drugs, sale of drugs.
Any further discussion?
Those licenses that you have, that's all people's personal identifying information. Do you mind if I take those and I'll destroy them for you?
I would probably give them back to my boss because he gave them to me.
Okay, well, you can give them to me and I can talk to your boss, because it's just in the interest of identity theft, there's people, the personal information, and you're not the holder of that information, and just as a security purpose, I request that you hand those over to me so I can properly dispose of them.
Well, I think that's false information, so...
Well, I don't know that if it is or isn't, and I just, in order to protect the person's identifying information, I can talk to whoever...
Well, it's not illegal for him to possess that. Those were confiscated. He doesn't have an obligation to protect their privacy once they're confiscated.
But he has other people's personal identifying information on it. Then there's just a concern from me for him to have all that information. Those aren't his driver's license.
I don't know if you're aware of this gal. She
I know. We've met. I know where she is. I think we can maybe talk about that tomorrow. I can.
Are you going to hold the license until then?
Now, this is Scotty's, this is the place on Highway 100 Beloit?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So they're not in the city of West Allis,
but
that's what you do, that's the past practice of what you do normally?
Yeah, if somebody has somebody else's personal identifying information on them, we confiscate that and then we destroy we try to contact the owner, because now, just to ensure that their information hasn't been compromised in any way.
Mm-hmm.
And then we would we'd either destroy it or we send it back to just basically destroy it, so that way the information is protected, it doesn't get into the wrong hands, because obviously he's saying that it's the owners and now he has them in his possession. So I mean, are these identities that the driver's license, are they just handed out to whomever? You're going in front of some council, here, take these to show them. I don't know
I was
whose
just
hands
trying
are
to show
getting it.
that I'm running a tight place and that we're
Yeah, and it could be
confiscating
stolen
IDs.
identities. Somebody came in and, well, all we know is that, are those yours?
Oh, wait a minute, now
Basically,
you're
saying
making
I'm stealing
allegations.
I'm not making that allegations, I'm saying he could be in
Sounds like-
possession of a stolen identity. Somebody could have stolen somebody else's identity. They used that driver's license to try to get into the bar. So that's why I'm just respectfully asking you they're not yours. You're in possession of somebody else's
Right. He
identity.
explained they're not his. He's going to return them to the person that he got them from.
But my understanding
Which is the bar, which they're not his either.
they're not his either.
It's not illegal for him to possess those. With all due respect, I mean, this is a property right here.
I just respectfully asked him to turn them over. If you said we're going to turn them over to you, I mean, it seems like these identities are being handed out freely to whomever.
If you want me to take possession of them and talk to Scotty, I'll talk to Scotty and see if he wants them returned.
They're not licensed.
Right. These are all expired.
It doesn't matter whether they're expired, there's personal identifying information, that being their date of birth, their driver's license. If somebody else at a bar had my driver's license and I knew that they're handing it out to whomever, that would concern me, and he's no longer an employee. He stated that 2 weeks ago, he's not working for Scotty's anymore, so therefore that even raises another question, is what is he doing in possession of all those IDs?
I think he explained what he's doing in possession of these IDs. So that really shouldn't be the issue that we're here to discuss.
I agree. I agree. I think if the South Police Department wishes to work with you independent of this forum, that's fine. And so again, I move the motion, the motion, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Could I just say one thing on his statement on his behalf? I think what he's trying to convey is that when he's writing a tight ship is that he went through the process in the courts, he learned his lesson. Although it took him a couple of times to learn, he's not going back in that direction.
Well, we have to go by what we see here.
Sure, and I understand that.
But, any further discussion? The motion is to deny. All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay. Jessica, I don't think we have authority to do anything here as a committee.
All she did was ask.
Right.
No, you can say no. Okay, I said no.
Sarah Reeves.
I'm not trying to offend anybody,
Right.
but I take the Constitution very seriously.
Right.
And you said no. There we go. Say no.
Okay, Jessica.
Okay. This is a new application.
Mr. Chair?
All enrolled.
Got to move for approval. She told us everything that's on the police record.
Was that? There's a motion for approval.
Second. But that being said, Mr. Chair,
Alderman Weigel.
you get the lecture. And this is actually for the benefit of everybody else in the room who may be getting a license tonight. When you get a license to bartend in the city of West Allis, we expect you to be the city's partner, okay? When there's a problem with the bar, we expect you to call the police. And when the police come, we expect you to be helpful, help solve the problem, okay? As a licensed bartender, you know it's against the law to serve someone that's intoxicated, okay? You took the class?
Yes.
Right? I think you probably saw we had a cigarette dealer in here earlier that had sold cigarettes to a minor.
Yes.
So we run these sting operations. It may be cigarettes, it may be, a glass of light. Please, so make sure you card everybody. You have experience working somewhere else before?
Yes.
Where was that?
JP Hattricks.
Okay, so you've been working in West Dallas?
Yes.
Okay. So, am I missing anything? Alderman Barzak is in here.
Chairman, I do want to commend you for your candor. This is our new application, and not often do we see an applicant coming in with, for the most part, advising us as to their history, and you did a good job, and we appreciate that. I can't recall whether Alderman Weigel indicated that we do have the program whereby we have a undercover officer accompanying a minor to a bar and try to procure beverages, and so that can happen.
Yes.
And some of these people look older than 21 years old. So watch that. you're not compelled to have to sell beverages to these people, and, you know, I certainly asked for the Wisconsin ID.
Yes.
And it's not held against you, you're not held against you if you call 911 or, you know, call our police department. That's one of their job, their tasks.
Within limits. If you call the police department every night, then that means there's a problem that you're having in your bar, you know, like over serving people or something like that, where, you know, people are getting hammered every night and, you know, beating each other up every night. You know,
that's not a problem. This is GR's National Club, not a problem at all.
No, mine isn't. Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
We opposed? No, it's got to go to the council, which is next week Tuesday, and the entire council has to vote on it, and then you can get the license.
She has a temporary that's carrying her over till her license takes effect July 1st.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Lisa Payne Hennon. Lisa Payne Hennon? Who? Lisa Payne Hennon. Hennon. At the first.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
What?
This is all. Is Isabel Costello?
Right.
Okay, this is a new application.
Isabel, again, I want to commend you for your candor. I look at your, you know, you have one OWI, a couple other license registration citations. What's that? J&K, non-trackable. They don't know either.
You had something with the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office in 08?
With who?
Milwaukee County Sheriff's?
She did write improper parking on the back, so that maybe that was what it was. I don't know.
Possibly.
Is it a speeding ticket that was amended to improper parking?
Memorial Day weekend.
Have you attended bar elsewhere?
Yes.
See, where's that?
Applebee's
Okay, this is for, okay. And you've been working, you plan working where?
at Jim Henry's.
Okay. I move approval, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Any further discussion? Once again, it's got to be voted on council next week, Tuesday, and you can pick it up at after 10 o'clock.
Again, her license doesn't take effect until July 1st.
Oh, all these licenses will take effect.
If
Oh,
I can
okay.
just say, I'm pretty sure it wasn't an OWI. It was dropped to, so it wasn't officially.
Yeah, PAC or something.
Well, that's what it says on here. So
It says,
It's a PAC violation. So
Yeah.
it's the same thing. It's just
Oh, okay.
same incident, basically.
Okay.
Roberto, Herrera.
Wait, any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Anybody opposed? Okay. Roberto. Hello? Okay, we have another new application.
Mr. Chair?
Alderman Weigel.
Roberto, when you filled out your application, there's a question about being ticketed or arrested or convicted or anything, and you put down, and you're supposed to put down what happened, and you put down speeding and failure to stop at a stop sign. Is that all you have in your background?
I have an OWI as well. Recently, actually, from...
Yeah, why didn't you put that down?
I don't know, it really...
And you also have an underage alcohol ticket from Sauk County?
Yes, sir, I do.
And you didn't put that down either? Because you didn't think that was relevant, or?
Well, I forgot about the underage ticket. I mean, that was years ago.
3 years ago?
Yeah, and the OWI I just didn't put down. And I was iffy on it. I don't know if I had to, or I'm sure they would have done a background check anyways.
Well, yeah, but,
so it doesn't...
and then, you know, there's a spot at the bottom here where you sign.
Right.
And right above it, it says, incomplete or incorrect information may lead to denial of this license. It says, I declare under penalty of the law that all the above information is true and correct to the best of my knowledge and belief. And that's your signature. Okay. You know, because when you're bartending, we're going to be expecting you to make decisions for your customers. And some of them will be important decisions.
Right.
Yeah. You proved on one occasion that you didn't care that you were underage drinking, and on one other occasion, just apparently St. Patrick's Day, that drinking and driving wasn't a big deal for you. And then you decided not to put it on your application.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Going to move for denial.
Do I have a second?
Mr. Chairman?
Alderman Singleton.
Sir, I concur with what Alderman Weigel indicated.
Motion fails because there's no second.
In the past, I've supported applications with one OWI, and you have to be forthright. I think you heard me make comments to the prior applicants. Set forth your history. We have ways that we can find out about what one's background's about, and we have an application, and it indicates that possibly this license can be denied based upon the failure to be upfront with us. And maybe if it's a matter of you're being embarrassed or you think that it's going to fall through the cracks, but you might be applying in the future for a job other than a bartender's job. Not that I'm not demeaning the bartender's job, but I just want to indicate that you have to be upfront, be honest. And I personally, I'm not going to hold this against you. And you have to be responsible when you're working behind that bar if you should get a license from the city. I move approval, Mr. Chairman.
Do I have a second?
I'll second, Mr. Chair.
Further discussion?
Mr. Chair?
Alderman Rowe.
Don't disappoint us.
Can we get a temporary?
No, I mean...
I'm sorry. Well...
I had no clue he had all this. I just didn't even know he
You're
was coming
the
here to
owner of the bar?
Janice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Which bar is
I had no clue he had until today. I didn't even know he was going to be here. It came with another guy.
No, it hasn't. We have a couple of things, and overall, it's not a trouble bar.
I just if the alderman from the district doesn't have a problem with it, I don't.
But it's just I do have a concern that because you weren't honest on this, how honest are you going to be with when you're checking the IDs, when you're supposed to be calling the police department, when the police department shows up and they ask you a question and what you say to them. When you do something like this, that's what we have to look at. We have to look. We don't know you. We have to look what's on this paper.
Yeah, then that's
and it's just it's something that's serious, and and we have every right to deny it. And so. We have to, you have to fill that stuff out, and I sure hope, I'll agree with Alderman Rowe here, I sure hope that you do better on running as a bartender than filling out your application. Anything further?
Mr. Chairman, sir, it's a privilege to have a license, understand? So don't let us down. So if you should get one license, you still have to get beyond the whole council next Tuesday.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
Thank you.
Kelly Vick.
No. A new application.
Tilly had one previously lapsed.
Okay. I don't think this is one. Okay.
Mr. Chair?
On the road.
I'm not happy with two convictions at all, even the fresh one being a year ago. But as we told the woman before, she was open and honest and candid. I'll move for approval.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
Alderman Singleton.
And much is based upon the fact that you, on your application, set forth both of your OWIs. If you had not disclosed any of these, then we would take a look at it differently. And I respect the owner of the business where you're working at. I know he runs a tight ship. He serves our community well. Don't let him down.
And if you get one more, you'll be called in front of this committee again, and we'll have to look at that, so.
One more. Can't try.
Anything? Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Jennifer Hugley. So Jennifer's not here. Jennifer Hugley?
I'm ready to look that up.
Okay. Nathan Keller?
K-E-L.
Kelleher. Nathan Kelleher. Nathan Benjamin Allen.
Nope, somebody's
Who
running
is
out.
this?
Am I up? Did I just...
Your name is?
Nate.
Come on down, Nate. Your name? Nate Kelleher.
Kelleher. Okay, back up here.
Mr. Chair?
Alden Waggle.
Where are you going to be working?
I haven't yet started looking really. I just want to get a license here.
So you're spending $97 and you don't know where you're going to work?
Well, this is where I live. I've lived here for 5 years and I haven't been able to find a job in West Allis in that time. And it's because you don't really have a lot of chain restaurants here. And that was what I was doing. I was a server at sort of the high tension kind of restaurant, lots of turnover.
The reason you're called in here is because you have an OWI conviction?
I do.
Okay. And I'll say that proved that at least on one occasion you made a really bad choice about drinking and
It
driving.
was at the beginning of my career as a server. I just started making a lot of money, and everybody goes out and drinks after work, and it took me a couple of years to realize that you don't have to, you know?
Move approval, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Did you hear? Well, this starts on July 1st. So are we mailing all those out then?
Yes, after
Okay.
June 21st.
Okay.
Benjamin Allen again. Benjamin is not up here. Jennifer Ziglinski.
We have a new application.
So Jennifer, you heard everything earlier?
I did.
Okay. And again, you're called in because of your OWI? You understand the severity with which we look at that?
Absolutely. I made a bad choice. I currently have an IED in my car, so I'm still paying for that bad decision.
Yeah. Oh, the interlock device?
Yes.
Okay. I'll move approval.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries.
Jacob Peterson.
Hello? Hello. We have another new license here. We don't have, okay, you don't have a job yet either, or? Looking for that. And
Mr. Chair?
Alden Waggle.
Your record comes back with 2 New Berlin things, one from April and one from July of 11. That's 2 separate incidents. And then in January of 12, you had another one with drug paraphernalia in Winnebago County. Yeah, see, for me, that's just, I'm going to move for denial based on the record. 3 cases of alcohol-related problems and a drug conviction in the last year and a half with a drug case.
So you're underage. So, okay, there's a motion to deny. Do I have a second?
Second. Mr. Chairman.
Alderman Singstaff.
Jacob, these convictions were over the last couple of years, and they all came in. I mean, if these have been back 5, 6 years ago, you may have shown to me that you have changed your ways. But given your age and the newness of all this, I feel compelled that I have to support the motion on this and give it some time. But it's too close to the their violations, and both alcohol and drug. So, but thank you for, again, laying this forth on this application, but just too close in time.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Sorry.
Renee Barrett.
Okay,
Mr. Chairman?
we have a new license? All I'm saying is that.
I just don't.
You don't let me get
You gotta move on this. Question. You have had a number of OWIs. You've indicated you've had one in West Allis on October 30th. I don't know what year that might have been, but it's October 30th. And the record was back, and we had Butler in November 2009. We have West Allis in December 2009. We have OWI in 2003 in Ohio, and a fourth in 2006 in Indiana. Is that you?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's again the closeness of the of four of these. It's oftentimes we are more lenient with three if one or two may have been years ago, but this is just too close in time, and it's difficult for me to justify voting in support of this application. Mr. Chairman, based upon that, I have to move for denial of this application.
Second, Mr. Chair.
Am I able to speak?
Well, is there any further discussion? You can speak.
Okay, yeah, 2003, and that's in Ohio. And then I had the one in Butler, and also in West Allis in 2010. I paid my fines. I have gone to my impact, and I have done all my sobriety. I have 1 year and 3 months sobriety. I don't drink anymore. I got a new vehicle now, and I'm doing excellent. I go to my AA meetings.
Well, we have to go by what the record says, and when I see 4 OWIs, I see a person that has a problem, and we don't really want the person with that problem actually in the bar serving alcohol. So
Yeah, I don't drink anymore.
Mr. Chairman.
We have a motion and a second.
Mr. Chairman, and there really is a need for you to disclose what's been asked of you. Because this is West Allis, and I mean that's the only jurisdiction that you have to indicate that you had OWI in. Let us know what your history. Let any prospective employer know what you're all about.
Any further discussion? Motion to deny. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Sorry.
Tiffany Dolbeck.
This is a renewal, so you must know why you're here.
Yeah.
Now, are these the
Same
Why
incident?
was this? They're the same thing.
It looks like the same one.
You had one incident in Walworth County?
Yeah.
Anna's shaking her head. Well, the reason you're calling here is because of the OWI.
You're working at Applebee's now?
Yes.
You move approval, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Okay. Is there any further discussion by anyone? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries.
Elaine Kurtz.
You'd be way behind if I was reading. We have another renewal?
Yes.
And so you know why you're back here.
Yes.
Let's see. Okay. Now,
Mr. Chair, I move approval.
Second.
The same thing as like the last one, if you get another one, these build up, we can call you in front of us, and we potentially could take away the license, just so you're aware.
I'm aware of
I
that.
think you have to take care of that, so. Okay, Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
The Deborah Doss.
Another renewal. And obviously, you know why you're here. Butler again. Two Butlers in one night.
Mr. Chairman.
Alderman.
So when you applied for your license last, we approved your license, you had your speeding, you had your 2010 Brookfield DWI, and then you had the second one is Butler.
Yes.
That's pending. That's why you're here.
I go to court again in August.
And
I drove 3/10 of a mile. You know, it was stupid. I should have walked, but yeah.
So, well, if it, Mr. Chairman, if it happens again, though, you know, we take the license. We could take the license. So I have a second.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Deborah Doss.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
That was her.
I just wanted to see if you were awake.
He's testing me.
Okay, Teresa Marks.
Check to see if we're awake. Okay, another renewal. And, okay, this is, so you know why you're here also. And see, you're in a position to have to make determination on serving other people, then you can go ahead and can't make the determination yourself. That's why we call you in, and that's why it concerns us, you know, on this. Okay, you had the 11 before, correct?
Pardon?
Yeah, and I see.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Yes, I have one before.
So, do I have a motion on this?
This is number 2 for you?
Oh, I thought you meant one before my license. I thought you meant, no, I've never ever gotten in trouble ever before in my life. I made a mistake and I did everything I was supposed to.
Right. Well, this is a renewal, and this...
It happened 2.5 years ago, I think, in November.
Well, you got
We've got 2 here.
11/11, but then we got one 2/12.
That might have been the court date.
Yeah.
This is your second OWI in your lifetime.
No, she has one.
There's only one out of your conviction on different dates, but it's the same incident.
Move approval, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you.
John Sissup. John Sissup?
Okay.
This is his 4th OWI, I know. Remember, did you read it?
Yeah.
So, do we still call him?
We still call him in, yeah.
We can't just vote to deny without him here?
Good. I mean, I think we can have a chance.
Mr. Chair, I'm going to move for denial based on his 4 OWIs. You know,
second.
Last time he was here, he's turned his life around and all that. And
we more than likely move the denial when you appear in front of us.
Okay, so we have a motion by Alderman Weigel, Alderman Singstock seconded for denial.
If it's a renewal, Jenna?
We have to do someone's a complaint to that.
Okay.
Denying someone's a complaint. I'm just going to write deny.
So moved.
But if he's not here, perhaps he is going to withdraw the application, though. I guess we can ask him that, too. Never mind. Sorry.
Get his money back.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Albert Hernandez.
I did write it on there.
Okay. Okay, this is a renewal. You say you have nothing. When you fill out the application, it says have you ever been ticketed, you put down no.
I
And
didn't have the date, so I didn't have.
Pardon me?
I didn't have the date with me, so I kind of skipped that.
Mr. Chair?
Alderman Weigel.
So you're saying because you couldn't remember
No, I couldn't remember.
that you had 2 OWIs already?
Yeah.
So instead of putting down yes and OWI, I can't remember the date, you just checked off the box that says no on the application?
Yes, because I was going to come back and redo them.
Okay. And where would you work if you got a license?
Right now, I'm work, I have a job, so, but I only do this part-time, and I just do it like a couple months, and that's it.
Okay.
Through the year.
So you're not saying where you're working. So you have a 91 and 94 conviction, and then you have a July of last year.
Yes.
Is that all through the system already, conviction and all that? So you have, so instead of in the box where it says no, it really should say 3 OWIs.
Yes, I just didn't have all my paperwork with them, so I didn't feel much.
Okay, you're reading it, follow up there.
I'm going to move for denial.
This one, I think, is this a renewal as well?
Yes.
I have a motion. Is there a second?
Second, Mr. Chairman.
Alderman Singstop.
So this is sad. It really is. You know, the application speaks for itself. You know, you just totally void in terms of what happened in the past. And I think you remember what happened in the past.
Yes.
And you know, you just might have garnered some support on this application. You might have. But I agree with Alderman Weigel. You know, here you just don't put anything down. And this is number 3. And the prior 2 were years ago.
Yeah, like 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah, it's probably the type of thing you should be doing. So.
Okay, the motion is to deny. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
This one has to be someone's complaint as well.
And someone, okay, yeah.
So if you can,
Amend.
I'm ready, yes.
Move to amend.
Okay.
Second.
Need a second? All in favor on the amendment?
Aye.
Sorry.
All right.
Eric Millard. Over here. Was he honest with his son? Okay, Eric. Anyway, Margaret Finley.
Another renewal. Okay. This is, when you came to us last time, you had 2 OWIs, and now you have gotten another one?
Yeah, last year.
Yeah. And that's why you're in, but now you have 3, which
Puts you over.
Yeah, well,
In my
no,
opinion.
but it just shows us that you know, you're in charge of handing out and telling people, you know, when they can drink and when to stop them from drinking.
Right.
And you know, you can't seem to tell yourself that. Alderman Singstop.
Ma'am, I'm sure that someone in this committee indicated that the last time we granted your license was that do not disappoint us. Do not come back in front of us with a 3rd violation. Here's a 3rd violation. And I move for disapproval and denial of this application.
Second.
And someone's complaint?
And issues a summons a complaint.
This is a review. Okay. Let's see, Singstop, and you seconded?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hey, you left a little sooner.
Peter Gruber.
That's okay.
Peter Gruber.
Pete's here.
All right.
You look familiar. That's bad, though. If you look familiar, that's not a good thing. So, okay, you're here. This is renewal, and I think you were in front of us on this incident. Weren't you in front of us on this incident?
Yes. Yes, I was.
Yeah, I thought so. And this is when the band stayed around or something?
Yeah, I actually was in the band on that night.
Okay.
So I was actually not well, I don't know how you could put it. I was working or being paid by the bar differently than normal, so.
Mr. Chair?
Alderman Weigel.
Things have been quiet over there since...
Yeah, it's been over a year since I've seen you guys.
Yeah, we haven't seen...
Police were in recently, but we turned somebody away because we were at capacity. I had somebody on the door and I had a counter. I think the customer was irate that they didn't get in. They wanted to see the band, and the police came in, walked through the whole bar, and they were satisfied. So we worked with them, and that was it.
I'm going to move approval.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
All right, thanks, guys.
In the right direction.
Sue Madison.
Okay, another renewal. And you know why you're here?
I believe so.
Okay, 11/11. I'm looking for that.
Mr. Chair?
Alden Waggle.
Where have you been working?
I work at a nursing home. Last year I was working at HD Hideout. I just wanted to keep my bartender's license open for just...
So you're not bartending
I
currently?
was in school for 2 years to be a nurse, and I'm finishing school, and right now I'm working at a nursing home.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Chairman?
Alderman Singstein.
What happened with that incident back in obstruction?
Me and my daughter and my boyfriend were at State Fair. We went to leave State Fair to go pick up our truck because our friend lived down the block, and a woman had attacked me and my daughter. I ended up hitting her back. We had took off. The cop called. I lied to the cop because I was scared. After about 48 hours, I called the cop back. I told him, I told him the truth. I says, we went to get our truck. We got attacked. And so they dropped, they were trying to push charges on me for protecting my daughter. I'm like, any mother would protect her own, especially if we're getting attacked, minding our own business. She was under the influence of prescription drugs. She was under the influence of street drugs, and she was in 3 times over the legal limit. I had no drugs, nothing in me, nor did my boyfriend. And we went to court in Milwaukee. They said we weren't guilty for the assault and battery. They dropped my charges, and the only thing I had left was lying to the police officer.
Okay. That's not good. If you don't like that.
No, it's not. I've been a bartender for 12 years, and I've never been in trouble. Besides this incident here.
Second.
Okay, and Singstock and Marty's really anxious on this one. So. Okay, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you.
Lisa Bonac?
Finally. You're wondering, how did it get so low on the agenda?
It's usually alphabetically.
We don't, this is another renewal.
Yeah.
And you're here for permitting an underage person to remain on the premises.
Yeah.
Did we call you in on this previously?
Randy came in. The owner came in.
Yeah, it's from neighbors.
Randy's neighbors. You paid a fine on this?
Yeah, he paid the fine.
Okay.
He was a kid that worked there, and he came in, and I allowed him to have Coke and some food.
Move approval.
Then I got in trouble. That's it?
Any further discussion?
No.
All in
Thank
favor?
you.
Aye.
Oh, I don't.
Jacob Mark. Jacob is, this is for, what's the solicit? What's the sell?
Go ahead.
7726 West Beecher. What alderman is that?
Right over here. The gentleman to my left.
Okay.
Second district, I have a card, give me a call. Whatever it is, give me a call.
Okay, Mr. Mark?
Call me again. This is the first time.
Okay, well.
Peter Hutchins.
Well, did you, oh, excuse me.
I suppose he could.
If you look, he's not here.
Motion?
Which one are we on?
This is Mark.
Going back to Jacob.
Jacob Marks. His history.
And would you...
Would we approve this if it came? I wouldn't.
For door-to-door salesman? I mean, he's got 2 OWIs. 3. Well, I don't know, is that 3?
Blood alcohol content.
What is door-to-door salesman?
Jenna, how's that going? Is that relevant to door-to-door?
I wouldn't think it'd be relevant.
Yeah. Let's have him come in again, see if he comes in. Okay, give it a chance. All right, Peter Hutchins.
Now, his record would be relevant.
I will move for denial based on the record on Mr. Hutchins.
Second.
Is there any further discussion on that one? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Benjamin Catricius.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Did everybody get a copy with it kind of hard to read?
Yeah, it's very hard to read.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're going to call him in again.
Call him in again, yeah.
Just get us a better copy of that, please.
Okay. Call him in again.
Let's see. Who are you?
Ace.
Oh, he's Tilson coming down. Lakeville, Illinois. Come on down.
Here, I was gonna put your hand, but...
Mr. Chair?
Alderman Wago.
So we asked you about if you've ever been ticketed for anything, and you wrote down a parking ticket in West Dallas, misdemeanor for wrong contract... Language? Okay. So is that the violate unfair trade general orders, 2 counts?
Yes.
Theft by a contractor, theft in a business setting, 2 counts? All in Kenosha County?
Yes, that was wrong font size and...
The wrong what?
Wrong font size?
Font size and wrong contract language is my understanding.
So what does that mean? What did you do?
I had a contract that was signed by a homeowner, and the state attorney's office said it was the wrong language on the contract for rescission, and the wrong font size was used.
The fine print was too fine. And was this a contract that you wrote, or were you don't own this top-to-bottom construction company?
No.
And did you own the company that at that time?
Previously, yeah, I had my own company.
So that was your wording in the contract?
Yes.
You weren't working for somebody else at the time?
No, I was my company.
And did this lead to problems with your customers? Were there customers who were, if I check the Better Business Bureau for you, are they gonna, what's your rating gonna be? An A or a D or somewhere between?
Yeah, it's not in there anymore. It was 6 or 7 years ago.
Well, this says 2010. It was when the charges were.
2010.
It says 12, 13, 10.
Oh, I'm sorry. They gave me a couple years to pay the contract off, and then we had a settlement.
Well, see, understand, here's the problem. Are we not doing our job of protecting the citizens of West Dallas by letting you go door to door to try to sell insurance restoration?
Understood. This was a construction company that I had under my name, and it failed. And the homeowner was paid back in full, and that was resolved, and I took 2 misdemeanors to pay Pettins for that. This company that I'm working for, top to bottom, is not my company. It's a company they work for that is improving your community with exterior restorations based upon storm damage from last year. And they have their lawyers who have proper...
Yeah, they've written the contracts and all. This is not going to happen again. No.
Mr. Chair?
Alderman Rowe.
I'd sure like to see something that says it was bad font by the charges. I'd like to see in writing what you're telling me and us now.
You should be able to get a copy of the criminal complaint from the court.
Okay.
Can you get us a copy?
Can you get it before next Tuesday? Because if you get it before next Tuesday, we could approve you for next Tuesday.
Next Friday. Or this...
No.
Do I bring it in to you? Sure. Or to,
Yeah, you can bring it to the city attorney's
if you
office.
give me your card, I can bring it to you this week. I'm sure.
Well, we can just take it up on Tuesday. And we'll take this up on Tuesday then.
You get it into her, and it's what you said it was. I know I would vote in favor of it.
Okay, and you really don't have to come in. You get us the information. You don't have to come in next Tuesday night.
Okay, thank you.
And so, but just get us that in, get her the information. She'll get it to the clerk. Clerk will get it to us, and we'll all be happy.
Okay. Thank you.
Austin Karras. Austin's not here.
Well, I get this whole pack of stuff.
This is, you'll come down again.
Okay, we have, well, that's another seller's permit, we'll hold that. Then we have real estate taxes in West Outfit. He was sent to appear and he didn't call or anything?
Correct.
Because we got number 38, 39.
This is the second time?
This is someone's a complaint. I know
And
she
40.
had an attorney last time, Vince Bobbitt,
Yeah.
which is,
That was a long time ago.
yeah.
And they still?
haven't complied. They have agreement to pay them?
Yeah.
They haven't rushed in to pay the $24K in the last
They have not, no.
2 weeks.
So perhaps, I don't know if you want to set it over till the 25th, just to, I can send a letter to the
Sure.
attorney, just let them know.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna hold all these then until then?
If that's okay with the committee, I guess.
Sure.
Just to make sure we have proper notice.
So through 42, we'll hold that then, Mr. Chairman?
Those are all from them? Okay. Okay, clear those, huh? 2, okay. Okay, then we have, this is Ted, so, and he,
Another 30 days?
yeah,
Is that
his
Brenda?
attorney called up Jenna, and we gave him another 30 days. Supposedly, they are working on it. Okay.
And let's put it down for June 25th as well then, that's our next.
Good. Okay, is there anything else? Move adjournment.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.